What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. I apologize for my appearance. My hair is literally crazy today. I don't know why it is so fluffy. So today I wanted to do a bit of a different video. I wanted to do a sit down video reflecting about 2020 and then sharing my New Year's goals slash resolutions for 2021 with you guys. When I'm recording this, it is New Year's Eve. It's December 31st. So I figured this would be like the perfect time to sit down and not only reflect, but also set 2021 goals. I figured I would share my 2020 goals with you first to start off this video, just so you guys can see goals that I was able to achieve with the way the world is right now, and goals that I wasn't necessarily able to achieve with the way the world is right now. 2020 was a rough year for a lot of people. There is absolutely no doubt about that. A lot of people lost their lives, a lot of people lost their loved ones, a lot of people are still sick. Healthcare workers are working their ass off. There's just so many things happened this year that are so unfortunate and are really sad, but at the same time I just feel like there also were some good things that came out of 2020, and for some reason I was able to achieve. I set my 2020 goals either in January of 2020 or in like December of 2019, and for some reason I was able to achieve literally almost every single 2020 goal that I had set. I think it was just like they needed to be tweaked a little bit. 2020 was a rough year, but at the same time I think that there are still a lot of good things that came out of it for me personally, and I know for a lot of people. And so I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of reflect on the goals that I set, reflect on how I achieved them, and just kind of put like more of a positive light on 2020. So the first goal I set was spend less, save more, put X amount of money in savings every week instead of what I was doing before, and then limit my spending. I definitely achieved only half of this first goal. I put so much in savings this year. I was able to put like way over what I was expecting in savings, and that's partly due to the fact that I was living at home and I was able to do that, and I am very fortunate for that. I 100% recognize it, but I just went above and beyond with this goal and put way more than I was even expecting to. But as far as spending less, I would say that I definitely spent more than what I was doing before because I started making a little bit more money. So my spending definitely got a little bit out of hand. I'm sure you guys could tell by the vlogs of me doing constant hauls and just spending money on crazy items because I was living at home and I didn't pay rent, and I could be a little bit more careless with my money. So definitely saved more, but also spent more, I would say. Second one was travel to at least 5 new places. This one, obviously, it didn't end how I thought it was gonna be. I thought that the places on this list were gonna be like Italy, Greece, Germany, like a bunch of different states, potentially California, like all of these extraordinary places that, because I just love to travel. If you're new around here and you don't know me personally, traveling is just something that I'm really passionate about and that I love doing. And so I thought that the 5 new places that would be on this list would be like these extraordinary, outstanding, like crazy places. I did travel to 5 new places, but they do look a little bit different than what I was first anticipating. Before the pandemic happened, I was able to go down to Alabama to visit my sister. She goes to the University of Alabama. If you guys want to learn more about University of Alabama, we actually did a sit down video together. I'll put it up here. I was able to go to Boulder pre-pandemic. Then the pandemic hit and I wasn't really able to finish off the rest of this list. Was going to like extraordinary places like I was saying, but I was able to kind of visit towns in my own state, which was really cool. We did it safely. We did like little staycations in places with outdoor areas. We went hiking, we visited small towns, helped small businesses that were needed. So first one was Roanoke. I had never been to Roanoke, Virginia, and it's actually a really cool little city, and I would love to be able to go back one day, maybe when things are more opened up and more safe. Roanoke was really cool. I was able to visit some more small towns in like southern Virginia, and then Nelliesford, Virginia, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's a ski resort down there that is actually opened up in the summer. I wrote an entire blog post on it. You guys should check out my travel blog down below. It's always linked in the description. It's called Stamp That, and I wrote like a whole article slash blog post about Nelliesford, Virginia, things that you can do in like weekend getaway, so you guys can check that out. So I was able to travel to 5 new places this year. They just looked a little bit different. Third one is figure out my career, where I want to go. I'm still in the job job that I started when I got out of college. You guys know that I work for a really big media and communications company. I'm still in that job, still at that company, still in the same role. But I do kind of know now where I want to take my career, and if you guys are new around here, I would love to take my career more of like a project management or marketing route. So that was cool that I kind of figured that out. I haven't really implemented that yet, but I did figure out like kind of potentially what I would want to do with my life. So I did end up achieving that goal. 4 was get my own apartment. Obviously, I was able to achieve that goal. I am currently in New York City. I just moved here about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. So that was something I wasn't expecting to achieve out of 2020, but the opportunity arose and I just kind of took it and ran with it. Number 5 was try one new thing per month. I was really good about writing what I had tried new that month. Like for the first half of the year, like January I tried a bar class. I'd never done a bar class before, which is a workout class. February I traveled to Alabama and Boulder. I counted those as like something new that I tried. I traveled to 2 new places. March I started YouTube, so this is something new, and then after that I kind of forgot to fill it in. But I'm sure that if I actually really thought about it and like looked through my camera roll and looked back on each month for the year of 2020, I could come up with something new that I either tried or did or experienced. So I'm pretty sure I probably achieved that goal too as well, even though I didn't keep up with that one as much. I just wanted to kind of share with the fact that like, even though 2020 wasn't how we expected it to be, I did end up achieving all 5 of the goals that I set, even if they didn't look the way I thought that they were going to look at the beginning of the year. Moving on to my 2021 goals. 2020 has taught me anything, it's that I need to make my goals / my resolutions a little bit more broad, something that's achievable even if we are still stuck in the state for many more months to come, even into 2022. I still want to set goals that I can achieve for myself. The first goal that I set is I want to achieve all A's and B's in my grad school classes. If you are new around here, I was recently accepted to William & Mary's online MBA program. So I start the MBA program in literally like a week. 2 weeks, I think. And so being able to achieve all A's and B's in my class is definitely something that I can still do with the way that the world is. So that is one of my goals. 2 is to focus on my physical health more. Within the last few months, I've definitely let like my physical health decline. I'm not saying that I'm like super unhealthy, but I feel like I could improve it. So working out more, I'm thinking about joining a gym or doing workout classes, and then eating healthier also. My eating habits are so bad. I literally just eat so much junk and pizza and dairy and things that I know that aren't good for me. I just go ahead and just eat everything. Working out more, eating healthier, I feel like when I improve my physical health, I think it'll also improve my mental health and just put me in a better headspace, mind space, like physical space in general. So that's one thing that I would like to achieve this year. 3rd thing is don't overthink or over worry about things that are out of my control. I am the biggest control freak. If I could have control over every little thing, I definitely would. And I know that doesn't sound good, and it's not necessarily a trait that I'm proud of, but it's just who I am as a person. I feel like I just love control of things. I'm an Aries, if that says anything. I'm not super into astrology, but the things that I have read on astrology, kind of like, it just makes sense. I don't know, it adds up. The only thing I can control is myself, what or who I choose to keep in my life, and how I choose to react to certain things that occur in my life. At the end of the day, the only person that you can control is yourself. You can't control other people. You can't control things that are happening, but you can control how you react to things and your thought process behind certain things. So that's something that I also want to focus more on in 2021, because that's something that I have definitely realized a lot more lately. Number 4 is to get monetized on YouTube. I'm literally so close, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all of your love and support. I think I'm only about like 800 watch hours away from being monetized, and 220, as of today, 224 subscribers away from being monetized. So I feel like that's definitely a goal that I can achieve in 2021, and I'm really looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, I love making videos and it's not all about the money, but I think that having that extra income and getting monetized for the content that I'm creating will be really cool as well. 5 is to hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. This one's a little bit ambitious. So right in this very moment, I'm focused on 1,000 subscribers, but I think it'd be really cool to hit at least 2,000 in 2021. So I set that as a goal. 6 is to improve my cooking skills. I actually just signed up for HelloFresh. This is obviously not sponsored. I wish it was, but I did just sign up for HelloFresh because I've heard that it kind of like teaches you how to cook in a way, and that's something that I definitely want to learn how to do. It kind of aligns back with the second goal that I had about eating healthier to improve my physical health. I just really don't cook. So I feel like HelloFresh can potentially teach me just how to like break down the steps and teach me that like cooking can be easy and cooking can be fun and I can make delicious meals. So I'm looking forward to that. 7 is to become independent again. I just want to be like okay with being alone for the majority of the time. I don't really want to go into this one too much, but I did move home right after college, and before that I was a pretty independent person. But I think that when you're surrounded by people 24/7 and you don't really have alone time and you're not forced to be independent, I think the independence can go away. And I'm not saying that I'm not like, part of me is still very independent. Like I go out and do things by myself, I go out and shop by myself, I'm very comfortable traveling by myself. But as far as like, I want to be okay with like staying in my apartment by myself for 24 hours straight and not feel like I'm literally going insane. That's pretty much what I would like to achieve there. 8, I would like to travel to 2 new places. This is pandemic pending. Obviously, I'm not going to be a dumbass and travel to freaking like France in the middle of pandemic, or travel to a hot spot in the middle of the pandemic. Like obviously I want to stop the spread of the virus, and I don't want to make a life even worse for the healthcare workers or the people that are super at risk. So this is pandemic pending, but I could do local travel. I am in New York now, and New York has a lot of really pretty places, lakes, mountains. So I could do like a socially distanced weekend getaway to like the Adirondacks or something. But I definitely do want to travel to 2 new places. 9 is to hit a certain number in my savings account. I'm not going to share that number just for privacy reasons, but I think it's cool to set savings goals so that you can kind of see where you're at now and then see where you'll be at in 2021. For my last savings goal in 2020, like I said, I went way over what I ever thought I would be hitting, and so I kind of upped my game a little bit for 2021 and want to achieve a certain amount in my savings account. 10 is I would like to further my career, whether or not that's getting promoted or getting a new job in New York, something along that lines. I just think that it's time for me to take the next step in my career. I'm really excited to start my MBA program. I think that that is going to open my eyes up to not only a lot of new opportunities, but a career path and job opportunities that maybe I hadn't considered prior. So that's something I'm ready to do in 2021. With that being said, those are the 10 goals that I set for 2021. As you can tell, I set them so that they're super achievable, even if the world is still the way that it is, even if we still are in a pandemic by the end of 2021. Lord help me, I hope that doesn't happen, but if it does, I feel like all these goals can still be achieved even if the world is absolutely chaotic still. And these are goals that I'm excited to achieve, and I look forward to reflecting back on this video in 2022 and hopefully I've achieved every single one of them. I literally added 5 more than what I did last year, so instead of 5 goals, I set 10 goals, but like I said, they're all pretty achievable, and I kept them pretty simple and pretty broad, things that I knew that I could achieve, and some things that I am pushing myself a little bit more out of my comfort zone for, but I'm still excited for. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic new year. Please stay super safe. Don't do anything dumb. You know, we're still in a pandemic. Just because the clock strikes at midnight and we're in 2021 doesn't mean the world goes back to the way that it was in 2019 or at the beginning of 2020. So just make sure that you're staying safe, staying happy, staying healthy, that you surround yourself with friends and family that you love. I would love to hear your guys' 2021 goals and resolutions in the comments down below. Maybe if I resonate with any of them, I'll add them to my list also and share that, like share the extended list with you guys. But I would love to hear what goals you guys plan on achieving in 2021. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end off this video here. Like I was saying, I hope you guys have a fantastic new year. Let's hope that 2021 is a lot better than 2020. And I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support on my channel. It has grown so much in 2020 for just starting this in March, and to look at where we are now. I'm just really excited to see where I can take this channel and where I will be at the end of 2021. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave one of your New Year's resolutions in the comments down below, and I will